Good morning. Hope everything is going well on your end of California. I know that you guys have been getting a lot more water than you're used to, so maybe you might be starting to feel the same way we are just a bit. Luckily for us, our evacuation advisory has completely been lifted, so we're feeling a little bit better about that situation, but still trying to get back to normal because the kids just went back to school yesterday, and it's been pretty stressful on all of us. So I can't even imagine how seeing sinkholes and flooding and stuff like that in Southern California must be like for you guys. Probably a little crazy. So I hope you're in a safe area and that you don't have a lot of flooding going on where you're at. Uh, as far as training for this week, I honestly don't even remember what week I'm on anymore. I want to say that there's a good chance that this is week number 6 for me, that I'm coming up on. I really don't know. I'm sorry. My waist may have gone up just a little bit. I think it might be at 29.5 at this point, but I'm thinking about remeasuring tomorrow because I'm incredibly puffy today. It's been my cycle this week has had a lot of really more severe side effects, even to the point where the cycle for this month, where it's almost been painful to work out at the gym and do lifting and stuff like that because of some of the side effects from the way my body likes to be. So I have still been able to make all of my workouts and everything, but it's just been a little rough. And so this is the first day of my cycle. It might be a little off, or maybe I ate too much last week because of the whole evacuation situation. Very, very good possibility as well. So there's that. I'm going to go ahead and try to measure again as soon as possible, but we'll see how it goes. No new supplements. I'm probably going to hit the pre-workout a little more hardcore soon just because I enjoy it so much and I'm running out of the good stuff. Probably not enough water and a little bit too much sodium this week. My current macros: protein, I believe, is still at 125, carbs at 145, fat at 45. The refeed days, I'm kind of just keeping an eye on what I'm eating and then logging it, but we had talked about having the indulgence meal, and so I did that on Saturday, and you'll notice that my weight did kind of jump a little bit after that, even though it's still trying to figure out what's going on from last week. Stress levels have been okay, kind of in the middle, but my sleep has been horrible, which makes me think that my stress is a little bit higher than I'm thinking it might be, because I'm waking up in the middle of the night and I can't get back to sleep, and I'm just thinking about everything that's happening right now. So sleep is not great, and I'm working on that because I usually don't like to function without at least 7 to 8 hours. So there's that. The nutrition plan was, I'm gonna have to go back and look at my macros again. I think I was still coming off of the whole evacuation thing, but I thought I had done pretty well outside of my cheat for the weekend, but I'll have to go take a look. Not very hungry. And then I think I got all my training in, which is awesome, and I'm loving it, and I'm loving lifting and seeing my muscles, and of course I can only see them on my upper body because my lower body is quite fluffy, but I really do enjoy seeing those muscles pop out. I have had pretty decent motivation levels, but I do notice that the pre-workout does help me get a little bit more motivated. I never really feel like I don't want to go to the gym. I just kind of am like, well, I have all this other stuff to do. Physically, going to be quite bloated this week because of my cycle. Not a lot of soreness, maybe a little bit of soreness after not going to the gym a couple of days due to the evacuation, which was, in my opinion, I like that. I like to feel things. So, I mean, I can't really look at myself and be like, oh, chisel dabs or anything. So there's that. I'm really trying to make sure I'm adding plenty of weight or lifting plenty of weight. But that was one question that I had a concern about. I kind of feel like I don't know where my weight should be right now, because I know that we talked a little bit about eating more food, doing less work, but still getting good results. I think that's kind of what the basic idea was. And so I'm trying to keep those things in mind, and I'm not trying to overdo it or take extra classes or anything that my friends are doing, because I don't want my body to get used to a ton of exercise and then go into prep and be like, okay, now I've been doing all this exercise and my body's used to it, when my trainer wants me to do maybe less at this point. So I'm not trying to overdo it. I'm trying to just keep it to exactly what you're having me do on paper. So there's that. I'm still not very fond of my clothing. I know that, so yesterday we got our wedding portraits back. I might enclose one or two with my update, but that was kind of rough because holy carp. I was so lean. Like every single picture, I was just so lean. And I've been talking a lot with Jessica this week about competition, because I feel that for a woman, competition might be a little bit, you have a lot of insight, but for a woman competition, we're thinking about a lot of different things that you guys might be not focusing on as much. Like you're focusing on numbers and macros and all those kinds of things, and I'm sitting here thinking about what color bikini I should buy. So Jessica and I have been talking about a little bit of that stuff, and she has sent me like pictures of her 4 weeks out and the night before her competition and stuff like that. So those are things I'm just trying to focus on, because I feel like right now I'm such an early place in my journey with this, and I'm worried that I'm not going to like it as much as I'm hoping I like it, because I want to do more than one competition in a year, maybe following my first competition. I really want to maintain more of a lean physique throughout the year, and I know that during improvement season, you know, you're going to put on a little bit of weight, but if you've already been competing, you still have more of a lean physique, and then maybe you add a little bit from there. I don't want to be this, like, ever again in my life. Even during an improvement season, I don't want to be this. This is just, for me, I hate it. Andrew loves it. He's like, whatever, more cushion, whatever. He loves it. He will take me just like this and be totally happy. But me, this is not what I see when I look at myself. What I see when I look at myself is the woman who got married on November 19th. And that's why I'm going to send you a couple of those pictures, because I feel that for me, that's who I want to be. So that's kind of something I was struggling with this week, I feel like. And like I said, I've given myself a lot of grace when it comes to where I'm at right now and how I'm feeling and how I'm looking. And maybe I need to buy a new pair of jeans so that I feel better in my skin right now. Whatever. I mean, I don't want to beat myself up, that's for sure. Because number one, my kids don't need to see that. And I don't need to feel that. So I've got too much other drama going on in my life. I don't need to beat myself up over what my body looks like. Anyway, that's kind of the short of it. I don't feel like there's a whole lot more to add. I think one of my biggest concerns when I do go to the gym is when we do whittle my body back down to where it's going to be lean again, is this muscle going to pop out the way it needs to? Is this muscle going to pop out the way it needs to? And those are things that I can't tell. Now, if I'm following the plan properly, that's going to help, obviously. But then again, like I said, I don't know how much I should be lifting on deadlifts right now. I don't know how much I should be lifting for arms, or, I feel like I'm putting in some pretty decent work, but if I need to work harder, I feel like I need to figure that out at this point. This is such a long-winded video, so I hope you enjoyed that. Anyway, I'll send you over the rest of the information, and thanks so much for listening to me ramble. Bye!